Hello, everyone. My name is Mirna, and on behalf of the Mindalia TV team, we want to welcome you to Mindalia live streaming, where thousands of people around the world gather to see the lectures and interviews organized by Mindalia TV. Today with us, we have Angel Ribaud. Angel is CEO consultant, TV host, international public speaker, and president of the Wisdom for Kids Foundation. He is going to be bringing to interview Mrs. Giovanna Salas. Giovanna is CEO of Heart of Hollywood Motion Pictures. She is a filmmaker, consultant for all media services. Before starting with them, we want to remind you that Mindalia TV is a nonprofit organization. Our only mission is to share information that can help raise the level of consciousness around the world, and you can help us. How? By liking this video, subscribing to our channel, leaving us a positive comment down below, or sharing this video with someone that you know can benefit from the content that we're sharing today. Also, we want to remind you that while we are live streaming, we have the active chat. It's a great tool for you to interact with us. The only thing that we want you to please remember is to follow the format, the word question in caps, the place where you are seeing us from, and the actual question you want answered. At the end of the conference, Giovanna will be kindly answering. Also, we want to give you great news. Mindalia is broadcasting weekly or daily during the week, my apologies, in Spanish, Portuguese, and English. And of course, if you know the languages, you are more than welcome to visit us in our different platforms. Last thing that we want to talk to you about today before going with Angel and Giovanna is that if you have something that you want to share with the world, we can be the channel for you to share that information. Just please go to the link that says collaborate with Mindalia TV, and you will be finding a link there. That link will bring you to a form that you can fill out. We will be contacting you after. Without further delay, I'm going to be leaving you with Angel and Giovanna. Giovanna, Angel, welcome. The screen is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mirna, and welcome to Mindalia TV. Giovanna, how are you?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for Mindalia TV to invite me to this amazing interview. I've been seeing all the amazing content that you guys have in your channel, so I'm very honored to be here today.
Thank you, thank you. The blessing is ours, and I want to actually start our conversation from the heart, because the first time I heard about you, and I heard that your company was called Heart of Hollywood. You know, how did that name come to you?
Well, it's a long story, but I'm gonna make it short. Okay, I, like many other filmmakers, you know, they come to LA, and you know, it's known as the La La Land, the place of the dreams. I have a dream, right? But I encountered a lot of issues. Some of the roadblocks they has to do with prostitution, porn, you know, like that star of Hollywood that is known by some people. And so it was not really a place, okay, that I feel comfortable with. And so Heart of Hollywood was created because I believe that it was needed in a space for more people to achieve their dreams without the dark side, you know, the links that it was giving you to the saying I'm gonna put like an example, like for example, the despersonalization of a person by fame. So you end up losing your identity, and then you start feeling lost. So I believe that Heart of Hollywood was for people to share their heart with others.
And how would you describe, after being in Hollywood, how long have you been in Hollywood already?
Almost 5 years.
5 years. How would you describe Hollywood's heart today?
You know, it's something that I think that one good news is that entertainment right now is in a revolution mode. So there is a lot of things changing. There is we need more entrepreneurs. We need people with different ethnic backgrounds, okay, to take in charge of positions that are left out or need to be filled in, and get the opportunity for people to work in this industry all the way, not just all ethnicities. And so I think that right now is a great opportunity for people to join into the entertainment industry, because we are going into a digital era. okay? Transition with technology such as virtual reality, augmented reality. The way the films are distribution right now is a moment of the gold rush for all the people that would like to be more involved on entertainment and educate themselves and what are the benefits and how they, for example, like is tax deductible for anyone that would like to invest in films.
What would you say is the number one challenge for someone that would like to follow a similar path and go to Hollywood? You're just asking, you're calling for entrepreneurs. What would you say is the number one challenge that they're going to face?
I think the number one challenge is to have the right connections, educate yourselves, don't rush into something too fast, investigate, okay, whoever you're working with, and then, but first of all, I think you have to have a game plan. You have to have a plan, and then first analyze what is what you're looking for, what kind of goal you're looking for, what is your target, and then you can see more clearly what is your vision.
And what is Giovanna's heart today?
My heart is always happy and positive. Yes.
What is it? And what is it?
The heart of Hollywood?
No, your heart. What is your heart? Yes.
Well, my heart is in film. I'm in love with artists. I love, I love the arts. So for me, a film is something that is created by multiple talented people. It's not just of one person. And so this is what I enjoy the most about filmmaking. That is work with other people, and then it's like the community, the world. Everyone needs each other. So that's what is filmmaking for me.
You mentioned in the beginning your willingness to serve people, to help people. How would you say you're doing it today? How are you helping people today, Giovanna?
Okay. Well, first of all, I will say by educating people, by showing the steps, by artists, all artists, and I will include myself. There is something about that you're too passionate, okay? And sometimes it's not direction or how to, you need budget, you need finances to continue your art. Doesn't matter what you're doing, either you are a musician or you are a painter or you're a filmmaker, right? So you need a plan. And I think that the providing the resources of the education, maybe they don't know how to do it, but maybe someone else know how to do it. So then I think that is one of the reasons why Heart of Hollywood create an open platform for networking for filmmakers, people that would like to be in the entertainment industry, that perhaps if they are not in the entertainment industry, they would like to showcase their brands in this industry and related fields. So this is a way for myself, and I think for my company, to provide education and resources, and also making a filter of people that is really interested into either collaboration or to work with other people. And I think that that's, if my members do good, of course, they talk about my company, everybody feels happy, and everyone grows in a conjunction like a community.
How can they join your community, Giovanna?
Well, first of all, what I suggest all the time is like, just go to one of our public events because we do have public events and we have private events. The private events is like for members only. Like in May, August 26th, we're going to have a Heart of Hollywood event. It's a networking event, but only members can attend. So first of all, I tell the people, go and experience, fill out if it is something that you like, that you want to be involved, meet the people. And then if it is something that you feel that you want to be part of, well, and then you can join us and becoming a member. And then you can go to our website, and there is like some packages how they can become members. And then but I always like to people to experience first something and then take the decision. And that way, they feel more comfortable. They don't feel like you're selling them something or that you're trying to capture or anything like that. It's more like, it's a community support. So then it's all about how you feel. And I think that's going back to your heart, no? When you know that Is something you like in it, you're gonna feel it. If something feels wrong or something, then don't do it. So it's all it comes from inside, and then to what you want to do.
You know, I think that for any filmmaker coming from any place in the world, willing to be, you know, in Hollywood, it's like, as you said before, it's like a dream. And you mentioned feelings. In those 5 years since you came to Hollywood, would you say there was one defining moment, one special moment that you will never forget, that was something important for you?
You know, I think that even it was before coming to LA. I think that before even coming to LA, I already wanted to quit the entertainment industry more than 3 times that I can count. When I came here to LA, I wanted to quit even more times, you know, because the harsh, you know, I came to LA, I didn't know anybody, okay? I didn't have no place to go, no connections. Even I was hired and working by a job, but the rents are so expensive. And trying to meet the right people is very, very important. And I would say that I guess that's one of the reasons that even inspired me to write a film, because of the difficulties a filmmaker has coming to LA if you are new. If you are already, you know, like living in LA, perhaps you still need the right education and the connections. They are very important. If I keep mentioning connections, is because a lot of the business deals is because of connections and referrals. And I just had to be honest about that.
So you mean that, and does your community help the newcomers? Does your community help them get those connections, get acquainted in those network events?
Absolutely, absolutely. So then we were like, well, we're gonna have an interaction event on August 26th. When I say, okay, you know, where are the directors, the producers, the actors? Okay, it's more like an open conversation, because when you come to LA and then you go to Hollywood events or entertainment events, everyone want to say like, I'm okay, I don't need anything. You know, like everyone doesn't want to lose their position, perhaps because they think that they might become weak or other than be strong. But the reality is if you want to make a film, you have to be open. You have to be able to express what you need, because if people doesn't know what you need, how they will be able to help you. So that's what one of the things that I think that is unique for one of our events is like, try to make people to open themselves and say, this is what I need. This is how, you know, I don't have a budget right now, but I have 10 people and everyone is willing to collaborate. Okay, is something happening? Maybe, you know, I have a budget, but this is the fees that I can pay for everyone in the crew. Okay, so and then, you know, it's not like, oh, you know, I have all this and all that and doesn't exist. So there is this is a lot of things that it's not even to the newcomers. It's also for the people in the industry that have like 30 years in the industry or 20 years in the industry. I have seen this, and I believe that everything is part of the same. But the way that you have to express yourself is very important. That way, you know, people know what are your needs.
And do you think it's always the case? Do you think people know how to express themselves?
You know, I don't think that sometimes people know how to express themselves. And when this happen, that's why when they come to our events, we have like, we try to interact with them or trying to help them to position it. Sometimes our team has to position, you know, is this actor here, or is this producer or this director, or maybe the producer don't know how to ask for investment. Okay, well, this is the resources. So there is always, we are like a link, you know, through there, and trying to work with everyone, because we, like I say, our main thing is that we want our members to do good. We want to make Hollywood celebrities, like Paramount Pictures and their time, golden age. They have actors only for Paramount Pictures. Warner Brothers have their own actors, their own celebrities, their own well-known people. What we're trying to do, and we will we are doing is to also get our own celebrities from Hollywood. So, I mean, we are working every day to achieve multiple things, all related, obviously, with the entertainment, and stay on point, stay like set little goals and then achieving the big goals.
Where are you originally from, Giovanna?
I'm from Mexico.
You're from Mexico. So in which way would you say that that has made an impact in your life now that you are in Hollywood?
Well, I would say this. I grew up in the north of Mexico. There is like a Tijuana, it's called. Okay. At the time that I wanted to do film, this career didn't even exist. Okay. The the university just opened a course, I believe, 3 years ago. But it's not the whole, school or entertainment. So it's very little how you can reach out to learn the business. And so I think that in my case, it has changed a lot of things. My way of perceiving life, my way of living, the way that I, try to find ways to place entertainment, not just like a something that is a business, but it's to tell stories, to share stories with the people. And I think that this is it's a way of living. That's the only way that I can find.
Exactly. That was going to be my question. So how do you think that, filmmaking can change? How would you like to change the people that watches the movies that you're going to be working on? How would you like to change their lives?
I think that, inspire others, other people to go and fight for their dreams, because I would call it like it is. You need to fight for your dreams. If you want something, you better wake up, start your plan, start trying to find ways to make it happen. Stop listening to negative people who tell you, hey, you can't do this. And I think that it could be many books, many movies, out many resources to help you how you can do achieve something and make the dream happen. But one thing very, very, very important, and is this self-motivation. Nobody can give you the self-motivation other than yourself. So perhaps coaches can help you to take this self-motivation out other people, but try to be around positive people, because this is a work that it comes from within you. It doesn't matter you're doing entertainment. Maybe you want to be a doctor or some other career, but I think that the self-motivation is very important. So I guess, I would like to make movies that inspire others, but my point will be their self-motivation. Get out there and make things happen.
When you meet someone that just got to Hollywood, right? I guess this happens from time to time. Where would they typically come from? Would they come from other places in the US or from other places in the world? What's your experience?
Well, here in LA, you just walk around the Walk of Fame, and you're gonna have one person from Spain. You're gonna have a friends from Amsterdam, from Mexico, all the way from Miami or Iowa. So I mean, it's people coming to this town every single day, and every single day they have the same questions: where they go, to find the right connections, how they can meet producers or agents, or how they can find investors. And so I believe sometimes some of them perhaps have a lot of bad experiences. Maybe they tell, oh, I'm a producer, but I'm producing this movie over 10 years. Okay, but it's like, I believe they need to make their research. They need to do some study. They need to find out maybe referrals, opinions from other people, reviews, see what is like, experience multiple things. But sometimes what I try to do, I've tried to speak about Hollywood, because these problems that I encounter in others, that was the basis why we in the first place we create a networking events and this platform. And then it was an option for them if they would like to become members and get a little bit more information. But so that is one of the things that I would like to, I guess, I really would like to help other people that come from out of state like myself. I will put myself in that position. And so that is very important for me because I have here some stories and I don't want to go there, but I believe the education, like education and like resources.
Do you encounter a lot of people that get to Los Angeles with, I mean, an amazing creative power, but no money at all?
Yeah,
What would be your advice? Yeah, all the time. Okay, so what would be your advice? What do you tell them when you meet with them?
okay. Well, I will, first of all, I will see how how big is the desire to do what they say that they will do. Because one thing is that they tell you, I want to be the famous star. Let's put the sample on an actor, right? But do you prepare yourself? Forget about the school. Do you really prepare yourself? Do you practice? Do you are like getting some material every day that you are educating yourself, right? So what I will usually do in these cases is like if I see that a person is committed and responsible, I will refer them to other people. That I know they're in productions or something like. I always try to help people. Doesn't matter if it's an actor, a producer, or I because I work with financing and producing. Well, you get to know a lot of people. You might not be doing something, but maybe the neighbor is doing something, and you kind of redirect people where to go. But I think that my first question to them will be, is this really what you want to do? Because you left a lot of things behind. You left perhaps your family. I met once a line producer. He was about to get married and he left his fiance because he wanted to be in the entertainment industry. And the fiance was not willing to move to LA. He was coming from Poland. Okay. So that is some things that I feel sad, but at the same time, maybe that's how it is supposed to happen for him.
Well, that's a powerful story, definitely.
Yes.
Are there other Hollywoods in the country, in the U.S., and any other places that you know of where people can also have their dreams become true?
I think everywhere. As long as you want something to happen, everywhere. If you don't have, it's very important to be in LA because here is where all the magic happens, like all the business deals. All the business deals are made here in LA before they cross the border or another state or another country. That's true. But if you want to, maybe you don't have the resources to come to LA, I will tell you the truth. It's very hard. It's very hard. You might have the rent is very expensive. If you don't have an income, you most likely will end up in the street and or on a couch or on the floor or in a living room. And so if you're willing to do this, I'm not suggesting to do it, but it's just from your decision. But I will suggest better to start, if you are an actor, start making your demo reels at your house, maybe in Florida, and see what you like, what you don't like. If you are a producer, start trying to make something in your local town, okay, in your own house, with your own resources, and try to, when you come, you at least have something, because it's harder when you come here and you have to start from zero and you don't have nothing. So wherever you are, if you want to be in the entertainment, try to do a little clip, a little demo reel, little presentation. Try to find like courses, how to do a package. Try to pay a private instructor to teach you something. Sometimes people, want to save the money, but this is something that I even do myself. I pay coaching. I pay, like to teach me how to make a budget. Even if I went to the school, that doesn't matter. One of the things that I learned the most is by doing the job. And by doing the job, a lot of things change, and every movie is different, everybody is different, everything is different, including the actors, the crew, everything. So and then you have to be prepared. And so I will say, educate yourself. Educate yourself. If you don't know something, try to find a way to find more information.
Has any miracle happened in your life since you came to Los Angeles?
A miracle. I think that being alive is one. Being alive is a miracle for sure. I think the miracles come. I do believe in miracles, but I do believe that you have to pull that power to willing to work and put the effort. Because if you don't, you might be waiting for miracles and never come. So I think that the power of the mind and is very powerful, and the law of attraction. So some of the miracles that perhaps I think in my mind is like when I think something, I'm gonna work with this person, and I have worked with that person, or I will do this, and by the end of the week, I want this amount of money. And the goal is that by the end of the week, that thing is completed, and I have those resources. So it's a lot to do with your mental and emotional state to be able to accomplish something. I would say there has to do a lot of things with that. Your mind. Remember that.
And how does Giovanna prepare her mind for the big challenges in her life?
Well, I'm a person that I like to organize things. I don't like to organize all crazy, but I think you have to have some type of structure. Let's say I create a magazine, right? I did not know anything about the magazine, but I wanted to do a magazine for my members because I wanted to give them more exposure, right? Not knowing anything about the magazine, but what I did, I went to find research about how to do a magazine. What is needed, right? So and then I find, okay, there's some technical things I don't know. I need to find a person to make the template, build a layout. Then that is one thing, make the template and build a layout. But now the publishing and like all the credits and what person does what, and so since I have experience handling crew projects and management stuff, well, now this is a whole different animal. And then you're 6 months. It took me 6 months to develop a proper magazine with all the table of contents, with the editors, with the writers, with the photographs, finding the contracts, the press releases, everything. So everything is a process. So everything that you don't have, you have to write it down and make a checkbox. I have this. I don't know this. So I think that if you are open to learn, that will make your job easy, and then you will end up like with a magazine.
Excellent.
This is the magazine. It
Thank
took
you.
months in the development.
Excellent. For everybody that would like to contact you, to find you online, where can they go, Giovanna, today?
Well, they can find me to my personal website. It will be giovannasalas.com.
Would you mind spelling it so everybody?
It's a GiovannaSalas.com. So GiovannaSalas.com. And for our viewers that would like to know more about Heart of Hollywood Motion Pictures, our website is heartofhollywoodmotionpictures.com or heartofhollywoodmedia.com.
Excellent. Wonderful. So we're going to the questions now from the audience, Giovanna. Thank you. So the first one is, in a scale from 1 to 10, how hard is for someone with zero connections to make a spot in your industry by themselves?
Well, honesty is very hard. Okay. I think that try to find, I will say, try to find, when you are doing your research or online, put like a networking. The power of networking is very important. For one person that has zero connections, doesn't know anything, is new to the town, find the networking events. I'm not saying just find Hollywood networking events, just saying find any networking event, because that's the first thing that you need to do. But one of the things that also you might want to look into it is the Directors Guild, the Producers Guild, the Actors Guild. There are some requirements and everything is in their websites. So it makes it a little bit difficult for new people to join these networks if they don't have any background or zero connections. So that's why perhaps that would not be the best option for you right away until you build up your resume and then you can join. But I will say network. Try to join the, okay, this is a good one. Try to join the entertainment film groups in LA. So try to join the LA Actors Group, Facebook filmmakers group, a producers group, whatever area you are trying to find right now. Facebook is big and making groups or meetups, all these kind of like online digital mediums that you can to find information, but in groups. And then that way people will lead you one to another and you will find what is best for you.
Excellent. Let's go to the next question. For all the different disciplines, screenwriters, actors, directors, among others, what is the hardest to accomplish?
You know, I would say that every area has its own structure. Okay, I think the hardest to accomplish, I will say, is screenwriting and financing. Okay, so either, because first of all, if to do anything you need a story. So I think that making that story happen, and then later on the financing aspect, and educate yourself in all aspects of how to make a really good package for investors. That will be the key to to make the project.
Excellent. What is your favorite? No, what genre of movies do you do?
Action, martial arts, like action. I have done some mainly action. Yeah, action movies. Horror, not really. Drama and comedy. Yes.
Do you have a favorite?
You know, I do have a favorite. I think there are psychological thrillers.
Okay, interesting. Thank you. Let's go to the next question. What are the steps for making a movie?
Okay, first of all, you start with your idea. Okay, is the person they're asking the question have any idea?
We don't know.
No. Okay.
Hopefully.
Let's say he has to have an idea. Okay, let's talk about this glass of water. Okay, so we're gonna make a movie about this glass of water. So you have the idea of a glass, but what will make unique or interesting in this glass? Okay, maybe the glass is magical and disappears once you drink water, right? So then the second step, it will be finding a producer. Finding the producer will be in charge of building your crew or what you need. Finding the making a film investor deck or like a film package for financing. And so one of the things is that I will recommend you this book. Is called Save the Cat. Okay, and I think the first idea, the pre-production, the production aspect, and the distribution. But I think that mainly is having the idea and find all the pieces together once you have the financing. So the package is very important in order to continue all the steps. It's a lot of steps into it. We have to go more into detail, but I think that's what the first thing is find the idea of what you want and then go from there to the next step.
Excellent. Next question. Not trying to be judgy, but the big blockbusters, is that still art or is art lost in the making?
The blockbusters? He's talking about the distribution for...
I guess, I don't know, just mentions the big blockbusters.
You know, I'm not aware of that one. I'm not sure if he's referring to the blockbuster, the blockbuster they went out of business. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. There's something else here. The blockbusters, the great hits.
Okay.
The great
Oh,
hits.
okay. The what
Are
is
they still art? Yeah, the question is not trying to be judgy, but those movies, those big hits, are they still art, or is art lost in the
no,
making?
they're still big hits. They're even a franchise. If you go to the online, you're gonna find out there are a lot of like Conan, Batman. Or there is a franchise of these kind of movies, and then so you get like a great idea, and then you it's the opportunity to make the sequel, second, the third, and I mean there is a big business. The once you have the movie, it never dies. It's out there, so you can show like Dracula from 1940s, and then you have Bram Stoker's the new Dracula. Is the same kind of aspect, but different film, and it's even different feeling. So I think there is once you made it, you always can archive, you know, and the archives, and then watch it again.
Okay, just do you think that those movies are only business or are still art?
I think that every movie is art, okay, but they are also business. Practically now, now they're business. But I believe that when the first movie, let's say the first Batman movie, that was like the art. Maybe that was a baby, or everyone they wanted to create that movie, and then you know they became the sequel. And I'm sure there was it's art. I mean, you can't take that away. But once you continue like Power Rangers, and then becomes a business. Like I will share something with you guys. Maybe I should not say it. I don't know, but it's a movie about a ghost. You know, like a well, I don't want to say titles, but it's one movie that I dislike. It was made by old men. You know, like this Ghostbusters. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did not like the second version with women. So I don't think there was anything different. So I guess you know that's when I started out, and if that was art or just business.
Okay, thank you for your honest answer, obviously.
Okay.
Thank you. Next question. In your opinion, is it harder to make it in Hollywood or in the theater industry in Broadway?
I think everywhere. I think everywhere. I think that you need to find uh, the groups that know how you can get around it and find the right connections. I believe that people doesn't realize how important is networking. Even in your own neighborhood, if you start making like a test just about like your neighbors, what your neighbors do, you might find out surprises that you don't even know. So I think that you might want to start thinking about just around your block, and then make an experiment.
Excellent. Next question. What is the hardest part of bringing a book into an audiovisual format?
Well, I don't think that it's hard. The thing is that you already have the content, you have the book. So the next step it will be if you cannot make the adaptation for the book into a screenplay, you make you interview. You make like a casting interview for different writers, and then you're gonna feel you okay. You have different writers now. You call them, you interview each one of them, and then the writer that you feel that he understands your story or relate with your book, and then but they have to be screenplay writers, and then that's the one that you perhaps you hire, and then he made the adaptation for your book. So I think that it's all about finding the right person to do that job.
Excellent. Next question. Is there a certain type of movies that you would never do?
Yes, yes, I think there is certain type of movies. I don't think that I would do porn for movies, you know, because it's still movies. So I mean, maybe something related with. Uh, Other than that, I mean, maybe something really bad. It has to be really bad, you know, psychopaths or something like that, in a very bad way, I think.
Excellent. Well, that was the last question. So, we've really enjoyed getting to know you. We are impressed about the way that you help people, and how clear everything is in your mind, and how clear it is how you can help people to achieve their dreams. And we are all about that here in Mindalia TV, to help people to be inspired. And I think that you have inspired a lot of people. And I think that a lot of people that maybe they have some doubts today, they know that there's a path, and when there's a will, there's a way. We would like to, please, if you would like to give any other advice to Mindalia TV's audience, please go ahead.
Yes, I think that I will give an advice for all those of you that are close to young people. Okay, every single one of us. I think that some of the best advices that I received in my life, it was from strangers. They really make me believe in to pursue a dream. I came from a very conservative family, and I believe sometimes is our giving back to society is by helping the youth. So I think the children are very important, teenagers, and they are in a process. They're developing like a butterflies, and everything is wonder. So I think that if you hear someone telling you, "Hey, I want to write something," or a kid, "Oh, I want to do a TV channel," or "I want to be a doctor," or like aerospace, or a creator, or maybe my one of the things that I have here from a kid is that I'm waiting for the university to create other careers. So is inspiring, trying to tell them it's possible, because I think that all these dreams are when you are young, but people for some reason sometimes don't see it. Even our own parents don't see our dreams, and so I think that that's what will be my message. If you are around a young person, inspire them, or if they allow you, or their parents allow you to, but try to.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, Giovanna Salas. Amazing. Thank you for being in the heart of Hollywood, and thank you for being with Mindalia TV. We really appreciate your time and everything that you're doing for everybody that so much needs it.
Thank you so much for Mindalia TV, and for you as well, and for all your viewers. Thank you so much for having me today. And then I'm gonna run, but thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon in Hollywood.
Exactly, in Hollywood. So again, this is Angel Rivo with Mindalia TV. It's been a pleasure to have you with us tonight, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.